A very good morning, students. Welcome to your business studies class. So as we have discussing the organizational structure, and we had already discussed about one of the structure of the organization, that is functional structure, which is based on the various functions performed by the organization. Today we will be discussing about the second structure of the organization, that is divisional structure. So as we had already discussed that the organization structure, that means whatever the structure the organization is adopting, it is based on the nature and type of the organization. They may adopt functional structure or they may adopt divisional structure. So we had discussed about the functional structure, that whenever the company is dealing in a single product line and having or performing varied functions, then for that functional structure is adopted. Now today we will be discussing that in which situation or in which conditions or in what type of organization divisional structure is adopted. Divisional structure. Now, divisional structure is a type of organization structure comprising of separate business units or divisions created on a certain basis. For example, products manufacture. So let's say if a company is producing cosmetics, medicine, soap, textiles, cement, garments, footwear, etc., then all the activities related to soap will be grouped in soap department, all the activities of footwear under the footwear department, and so on. So when the organization is producing more than one type of product and serving a number of distinctive markets, the divisional structure is considered more suitable. Divisional structure is an organizational design wherein there are separate divisions for different products, each division having functions like production, marketing, finance, etc. So we can say that in every divisional structure there is a functional structure. Then each divisional head is required to look after all the functions related to the product or market territory. Then each division work as a profit center because divisional heads are accountable for profits of their department, as revenues and costs related to different departments can be easily identified and assigned to them. So in short, we can say that when the organization is dealing in more than one product line, then they adopt divisional structure. Now, example of divisional structure. Now we have divided, as we had discussed in the second step of the organizing process, departmentalization, that we create departments, we club the similar related jobs into a larger unit and we create the departments. And we had also studied that departments can be created on the basis of the product, on the basis of the functions, or on the basis of the territories. So when we are creating the department on the basis of the function, then it is your functional structure. But when we are creating departments maybe on the basis of the product or on the basis of the territory, that comes under your divisional structure. So as you can see that on the basis of the product, one we have managing director, then under managing director we have different departments like cosmetics department, medicine department, garments and footwears, and under each product department we have different functions like production function, purchase, marketing, finance and cosmetics, similarly production, purchase, marketing, finance and medicine, and so on. Now if we are dividing our structure on the basis of the territory, as we can say board of directors, northern division, then eastern division and southern division, and under this we have various functions that are to be performed. Now let us discuss this example of divisional structure. It says that V-Guard Limited, a leading company in Kerala, is engaged in diversified business, namely electrical, textiles, amusement parks, etc. Each of these have different departments, namely marketing, production, finance, research and development, etc. So in this case, the company should adopt divisional structure. Why? Because product specialization helps growth and facilitates diversification of enterprise. It promotes flexibility and initiative because each division function acts as an autonomous unit, which leads to faster decision making. So here we can say see that the company is dealing in various products, different product lines, so they can adopt or they should adopt the divisional structure. Now the suitability of divisional structure. in which condition this divisional structure is suitable. First, when organization producing multiple products with distinctive features. Then when an organization grows and needs to add more employees, create more departments and introduce new levels of management, or when the organization require product specialization. Advantages and disadvantages of divisional structure. So these are few advantages of this divisional structure, that is product specialization, greater accountability, flexibility and initiative and expansion and growth, and few disadvantages of divisional structure, that is conflicts, expensive, organizational interest ignored. Let us just now discuss all these points one by one, advantages and disadvantages. First advantage of divisional structure is product specialization. Now this product specialization helps in development of varied skills in a divisional head and prepares him for higher positions. How? Because he gains experience in all the functions related to a particular product. So let us say that we have a divisional head of cosmetic departments. So he gains specialization in all the varied skills of that particular division. Why? Because he is managing everything and it prepares him for the higher positions also. Next is greater accountability. Now all the activities of each division are carried out independently. Then the divisional result, that is the profit and loss, can be assessed easily. We can easily assess the profit and loss of each division. That means profit and loss of the cosmetic department, profit and loss of the footwear department. So on the basis of unprofitable division can be closed. If we see that our cosmetic department is not earning much profit, so we can close that particular department also. So hence in case of poor performance of the division, appropriate remedial action can be taken. Next advantage of divisional structure is flexibility and initiative. Now this structure promotes flexibility and initiative, as every division is independent. Every department is independent. The divisional manager can take any decision regarding his division independently without consulting other divisional managers. So thus division functions as an autonomous unit, that is an independent unit, which leads to faster decision making. Next is expansion and growth. So in divisional structure, new divisions can be easily added without interrupting the existing operations. So it facilitates expansion and growth. Disadvantages of divisional structure. Now there are few disadvantages of this structure also. Let us discuss those disadvantages. First disadvantage is conflicts. Now the conflicts, or there may be conflicts among various divisions, especially with respect to allocation of funds. Every division tries to display better performance, sometimes even at the cost of other divisions also. So consequently, it hits the interest of the concern as a whole. Next is expensive. Now the entire set of functions, for example production, marketing, finance, personnel, etc., is required for all the division. For example, let's say if we have divided our structure on the basis of the product, and if we are dealing in 3 product line, let's say cosmetic, footwears and garments, so for every product we need different production department, marketing department, finance department. For footwears also we need different production, marketing, finance, and so on. So it gives rise to duplicity of efforts among divisions. So therefore resources are misused and cost of operations increases unnecessarily. Then third is organizational interest may ignored. Now it provides managers with the authority to supervise all activities related to a particular division. Now manager focus on their own product and pay no attention to overall organizational objectives. So thus organizational objectives suffer and become difficult to achieve. Difference between functional and divisional structure. Now it is very important, so please pay attention for the differences between the functional and divisional structure. First is specialization. So the first way through which we can differentiate between functional and divisional structure is a specialization. In functional structure, functional specialization is there, and in divisional, product specialization. Then basis of formation or organizational units. Functional structure formation is based on functions, and divisional structure is based on product lines and is supported by functions. Responsibility for profits in functional structure, it cannot be fixed on any one department. Divisional structure, it can be fixed on separate product department. Then managerial development or development of general managers. In functional structure, it is difficult as each functional manager has to report to the top management. In divisional structure, easier because autonomy as well as the chance to perform multiple functions helps in managerial development. Cost, functional structure functions are not duplicated, hence it is economical. Divisional structure, because resources, there is duplication of resources in various departments, so therefore it is costly. Coordination in functional structure, difficult for a multi-product company. In divisional structure, easy because all functions related to a particular product are integrated in one department. Then autonomy of operations, in functional it is less because various functions are interdependent and interrelated. In divisional it is more because each unit is autonomous and independent. Then control, in functional, simple as authority is concentrated at the top level only. In divisional structure, it is difficult because of decentralization, that is dispersal of authority at divisional levels. So to sum up, we have done today the divisional structure, which is based or which has specialization on the basis of the product, or we can say that we have product specialization. Whenever the company is dealing in more than one product line, then they adopt the divisional structure. So these are two questions based on the topic of organizational structure. I hope you understood the chapter, the topic particular topic of organizational structure. Thank you so much, children.